We've officially arrived. We're suited up. It's the Chris's Vault show. They do this a few times a year. You'll see a lot of the regular Southeast comic vendors that set up at shows. They put this on because there's not a big show happening and it's better to do something than nothing, and it's legit a good little show. And one of the bigger vendors, he owns the building here, and this is where he pretty much keeps his inventory and stuff, so it's pretty easy setup. If you know me, you know we're zoo people, and it's literally just an eye shot of the zoo, so it's easy to get here. Very familiar, about an hour drive, so you don't have to waste a whole day. You can make a morning of it. So let's check it out. Charlotte Comic Con. Look at that. Such a cool building, this old building. Who knows what offices used to be here and stuff, but yeah, there's a whole good setup in here. All right, it's a pretty decent sized show, decent amount of vendors. I've been in the vault. The vault is huge. There's massive amounts of back issue comics. So I'll just take you through. I'll walk around and show you everything, including this really old machine here. This is super cool. Looks like an old press. I'll just walk you around, show you some of the vendors, let you look at some of the books, figures, and all that stuff, and I'll show you what I picked up at the end. So Electro Hippo here is a vendor that we've ran into at numerous shows. Pop's kind of gotten used to him and talks to him. He gave us some really good deals on some stuff. Awesome slabs. Be sure to follow him on his Instagram page. I left a picture of it in the video there. It's Electro Hippo on IG. There were numerous keys here, all different publishers, eras, as you can see, some old horror books to some silver and bronze Marvel, as well as DC keys, even some big boy books that you would typically see at massive shows. This little vault show has it all. A great variety of stuff, and of course, some fan favorites like Vigilante. Now, just like with any con, you have a variety of vendors. Some of them, they've got books priced that they're just trying to move them. Some of them that are just okay with holding some inventory. Some of the prices people are worth dealing with, haggling with. And the stuff I got, I did haggle with the people. And some stuff I just didn't even bother. I wasn't out here with a mission. I didn't have a checklist. I was just kind of here looking to see what jumped out at me. How many Turok ones could I find? And if I left with nothing at all, I would have been perfectly fine as well. So if you see some of these prices and some of them kind of make you scratch your head, they made me scratch my head too. But as with anything when it comes to comic books, everything's negotiable if you got the time and the patience to do it. This vendor was really cool. It was nothing but old creepy, old horror magazines, stuff you typically do not see at just any given LCS. Again, the variety of stuff that you could find here was pretty impressive for the size show there was. But one of the biggest draws is the vault itself. The vault where Chris keeps all of his inventory. He turns it into like a massive dollar bin room. You'll see that here in just a minute. And key comics and comic walls aren't all that there are to look for. As you can see, there's an ocean of back issues across this big room. If you got a checklist, if you're trying to knock stuff off, this is definitely a good show to come to do it. Bring that checklist. You can spend hours in here going through them. Most of them all really well organized. And you can just work your way through and knock out that list. Here we go, going into the vault. This place, I mean, it doesn't necessarily seem so massive at first, but when you get in here, and these are all long boxes, all dollar bins. You can find just handfuls and handfuls of like old stock where stuff was sat for years and it's made its way into here. There are some boxes that were all just like the Exo Manowar #1s, the foiled. Found a bunch of Turok. There was just, you could spend all day in here never knowing what you can find, like random stuff with signatures on it, modern stuff, old stuff. It's legitimately wild. Freaky Louie would lose his mind in this room. Always got to hit the Charlton section. I was looking for some specific stuff to see if I could find it. Certain Captain Atom issues. I'm trying to get that first appearance of the new costume change back in the day. It's just, man, I just got a soft spot in my heart for the Charlton era. Like I mentioned, they had a lot of toys. This table was impressive. Tons of variety, some new McFarlane, some old stuff. They had a Shadow 112 Mezco that was mind-blowing. They even had the giant McFarlane Batwing for about 50 bucks less than you'd find it online, which was very, very tempting. That thing is massive. It hangs on your wall, but Chip Hazard there, I'm surprised I didn't walk out with that. I just got my Small Soldier Steelbook in, and man, that was hard to leave behind. Check out LT Toys if you ever get a chance down in South Carolina. And that's a wrap. Nice setup, super close to the house, definitely worth the trip. Found a couple of things. If you want to go buy some key comics, you see they definitely had plenty of keys, plenty of back issues to dive through. I'm not really wanting for nothing right now. I'm not really actively chasing nothing right now, so I got a few things and I'll show you those. But yeah, Pop's checked off a few things off his list. I'll show you his stuff too before we get out of here, but we're gonna go down the road and check out the local comic shop that's up here called Heroes and Dragons. We got a lead on a stack of books that they might have, so if they got them, we'll show you. If not, we'll just jump right to the heart. Right, back home, got everything organized, excited to share everything. Now, we did go to Heroes and Dragons. I didn't film anything inside. It was a fantastic store, big store, and I did find some cool stuff, a lot of stuff, and I'm actually going to talk about some of that right off the bat here. So, as you know, I'm a huge Turok fan. Got Turok stuff everywhere. I collect Turok #1s, and we found a handful of them at the vault sale. Even my good friend Steve, he gave us one, and I picked some stuff up from him as well. But got a handful of Turok #1s from there. But the big deal was we had numerous people there tell us that at the Heroes and Dragons store that there were numerous, and I mean numerous copies. We had numerous people tell us that, and I ended up getting an entire stack. I found a stack all in their dollar bin. So we went through the entire dollar bin section, cleared them out. So I got home from this trip with 54 extra copies of Turok #1, and that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Also, while we were in Heroes and Dragons, they had an amazing selection of toys, and I am a toy guy, as you can see. And I have the Peacemaker figure from the Suicide Squad movie box set, and I aim for the movie figures. And I never got the Chase figure for Christopher Smith, and they had Peacemaker in the glass case with the Chase figure with his mask off, which isn't the hugest deal that need to get because I have the theatrical version coming with the mask on, mask off, multiple masks easily, his firearm. But the important thing is it has his axe with the Dove of Peace on it, which was a big deal for me. I really wanted this axe because it doesn't come in that set. So now I have the Peacemaker Chase that has the Dove of Peace axe, which is a very go-to weapon for him in that movie. So very, very excited to get that and just add him to the shelf there with Peacemaker with the mask on and next to my man, Rick Flag. So very happy about that. So moving on to the books that I picked up along the way from my friend Steve, who I see at like all the shows down here. I picked up Amalgam Spider-Boy #1. I have about 24 of these, but I'm not just going to leave it. And this seems to be like one of the more popular ones, or the ones you see the least of, because people tend to keep their copy. They even did a reprint of this book here this past week for New Comic Book Day. With Marvel DC getting crossovers, it's got a little more popularity. So I even gave one away on my most recent New DC Day stream to kind of put Amalgam back out there into the hands of comic readers, because Amalgam is some of my absolute favorite stuff in comic books. But also from Steve, I picked up Captain Atom #1. You know I love my Charlton characters, and this is the origin of the new Captain Atom. And this is the one that I'm hoping that we see in the DCU at some point. And it's also Pat Broderick art. And Pat Broderick is absolutely a goat. And I see him most every year at Heroes Con. He wasn't able to make it for 2024, but I'm hoping that he'll be back in 2020 or 2025 hoping to be back in 2026. I got the Captain Atom, Dr. Manhattan piece from him a couple of years ago. It would be great to get that signed from him and maybe even encapsulated. So also another great community member that I first met on YouTube and then found him on IG. He sets up in the Southeast shows. He was there. His name's Gatsby's Comics. Super nice guy, super cool to talk to, very down to earth, very chill. And I was looking. He specializes in like modern variants and like ratios and chase books, stuff like that. And I looked through his stuff, and that's normally the stuff that I don't pick up on New Comic Book Day. So seeing that kind of inventory and catalog, it was really cool because there's a lot of stuff I might have seen once, or if I even seen it at all. But I picked up this really cool reprint of Ghost Rider. I don't know if it is Marvel Spotlight 5 on the inside. It says issue number 10, whatever it is. So I'm guessing this is from an issue of Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider, maybe. But that's an awesome modern art, like homaging the original. And I've got the original, but I just thought that was really cool, so I decided to pick that up. And then because of Peacemaker and everything, I'm always looking for giveaways, and I had to get this White Rabbit Art Germ foil variant. Look at that. I think I got one of these and gave it away back when it came out. But I got this for the Legionnaires giveaway, the Legion Loot giveaway for this month, because she did appear in Season 2 of Peacemaker, so what a great book to have as an addition to that. And then he pulled out a box of stuff that he didn't even have bagged and boarded yet, and asked me if I wanted to go through it. I can just grab whatever and donate it toward the cause. So these next 4 are donated by Gatsby that'll be going back out to viewers of the channel in some form or fashion. We have Raza's Black Adam, which is just a banger of a cover, just insanely good cover. JR's Dark Knight Volume 3, Master Race. This is book 1. You know, I'm a JR fan, so I wasn't going to pass that up. And the colors on that are just spectacular. Just really cool book. And then, I like Matina, so I grabbed World's Finest number 5, featuring Superman and Batman. Just a wicked cool cover. And then Batman number 129, the Batman of Zur-En-Ah. So just wicked covers, a couple books. I didn't go crazy. I wasn't going to, get all this stuff because it was too nice of him to do that to begin with. And then the next one I picked up out of the vault itself. When me and Pops were walking around the vault, he found out. I was like, hey, Phantom number 1. And I know Pops has this, and I don't tend to try to buy too much stuff that we already have. But I just wanted to go ahead and grab that. I'll make some IG posts out of it, get my figure out, get the newest number 1, get the Gold Key number 1. But it's awesome to see the Phantom getting some love again, getting a brand new series going. So you're seeing the DC Comics issue 1, like I'm definitely getting that. And Pops found this in the dollar bins at Heroes and Dragon, and he's like, this is insane. Like, yeah, we can't leave that here. It's John Sable freelance. It's Mike Grell's work that he did with First Comics in the dollar bin, but it's signed by Mike Grell. And it's got the historic autograph seal on it. But the thing about that, Mike Grell is like a comic legend, and we see him at Heroes Con every year. It's $20 a signature from him, and this was in the dollar bin book. So I'm not sure they even noticed the signature on it. There was a good run of John Sable in there, but I couldn't pass it up. So Pop's like, yo, grab that and throw it in the giveaway pile. So this Mike Grell signed book will be going into the giveaway stuff that's some form or fashion. And a couple other ones that I grabbed out of the dollar bin book, this Superman and Vigilante, because what if Superman does get a cameo in the finale of Peacemaker? It would be great to have this to put in the giveaway as well. Very on brand with the theme. And I found one more amalgam book with Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., which, like the whole Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., they were in that Spider-Boy book even as a response team to the Lizard and everything. But super cool. I love the amalgam stuff. I found the Mission Impossible book in the dollar bin, and this is one that was recalled, and because Tom Cruise wasn't happy with a piece of it, I have the recalled one. I looked through here. This is not the recalled edition. This is the one that has been cleaned up. So I needed this for the collection. Now I have both versions of the book. And then this is actually something that I've been looking for, because I've been picking up a lot of Suicide Squad keys and Peacemaker keys to use as giveaways and stuff. I didn't see it at the Vault show, but they did have it at the what's it called, Heroes and Dragons, and that's Suicide Squad issue number 4. This is the first appearance of the White Dragon, played by Robert Patrick in the TV show. So I found 2 copies of that. So one of those will be given away. I thought that was super cool, very timely with what's happening and everything. And I picked up one slab from Electric Hippo Comics. I showed his card in the video when we were going through the different vendors and stuff. And this is a CGC 9.0 off-white to white pages from 1983. It's the newsstand edition for Batman 359. It's the very first comic book work by Dan Jurgens. Comic book legend, DC comic legend, got us through a lot of the Superman era, still does work with DC Comics, and this also is the first appearance of Killer Croc on the cover and the reveal of his face. As you know, Killer Croc had a long first appearance reveal, a couple of cameos along the way. The first appearance of Jason Todd is also a first cameo appearance of Croc. And man, Croc's a cool character that you can also find in Suicide Squad, the movie. So wanted to pick that up. Another cool character, another one of Batman's rogues. Featured in an amazing way as well in the Absolute universe, if you've been keeping up with that. But what a great cover. And we were chit-chatting with him. It was a vendor that me and Pops had seen before. He had $70 on it. I was looking at his slabs, and he said, don't worry, I got a lot of wiggle room on them. We're like, oh, wiggle room, huh? So I ended up getting it for $40. $40. So I looked up Go Collect right here, and they have 9.2s typically go for $70. A 9.2, well, as of right now, is at $70. And 8.0 is $65. And they don't have any lower data than that. But I got this 9.0 for $40. So I wasn't going to leave that bad boy behind. I like it. It's kind of got like the pink tint to it. But yeah, Killer Croc, baby. I got to get a good McFarlane figure since they don't have a movie version of him from McFarlane. They did them with a Mattel. But yeah, those, I like the 7-inch line. But it was an all-around awesome score. Leave me a comment. Let me know which books did you like best out of the video. Do you like the con footage videos? You don't get a chance to go out too much, so it was awesome to get to share all these. Yeah, it was a big haul. It was a big haul. And Pops was able to pick up some Challengers and some Tomahawk and some stuff he was looking for. But it was a good day out, hanging out with my dad, looking at comics. I appreciate everybody watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that join button, become a channel member so you have a chance and opportunity to win some of these books that I'm constantly giving away. And until next time, as always, we are Legion.